Okay, so this is the desktop tool. I'm going to make this, I'm going to keep this where you can still see the browser if the browser pops up, okay, so that we can actually watch a campaign in action. Now, the thing is with this, there seems to be a lot going on, but it's actually very, very basic, okay. First of all, you want to make sure you have scheduled tasks enabled. If you don't have that on, nothing is going to run. You want to make sure that your proxies are green, okay. You want to do a check on your proxies to make sure they are green, and once you start to see the first green ones coming, like now, you know that you're okay. Now, also this YouTube account, you can ignore it for now. When we've got a bigger membership, we'll be able to use that and do home IP, and we're working on some things to speed that up right now. And then when you come in the settings over here, you can see we've got auto capture solver. I'm not going to open that because I've got my capture solver API key there. I don't want it copied. There are 4 different options. I use 𝗏𝐶apture as an example. We have option to index. Okay, I don't use any of these, none at all. We got VPN settings. If you want to use like hide my ass, HMA, you can use that as well. You can use that as a supplement. I wouldn't use that as the only way to create views, because I think it's easily detectable. So I would be careful with that, but it's there as an extra option if you want to, okay. And then we have the Serpattack settings. Now this is important. When you first add your license key, you need to come in here, and also you need to put in the username and password for your web app registration, okay, for your web app login, I should say. Now here, this is hugely important. You can see that we put a big red warning sign here about how much resources this tool will take up on your computer. Now I've got more than one computer, so often I will just have it running on the other computer while I'm working, okay. And this is why we have added the override in here to be able to make sure that your internal browser doesn't pop up showing videos. For example, if somebody in a group somebody has created a project and put it into a group, then it could be that if they have the web browser enabled, it's going to pop up on your screen. So we've got that in there. If you see that anytime, you can just basically click on that, and that will make sure your web browser is hidden for all projects, okay. That's what you can do there, okay. Home IP, you're going to leave it for now until we get a bigger membership, and this make the instance exclusive to assigned folders. This is when you want to use a specific set of proxies for maybe clients. For example, maybe you've got a client in Canada and a client in UK, and you've got UK proxies and Canada proxies, and you want to run 2 projects at one time using specific proxies from each country. This is where we can use this. So we'll cover that in a separate video. It's more advanced, and it's a new feature that we just built, okay. So I'll cover that in a separate video. Right now, when we come back into the settings, the number of threads. Now it's counterintuitive, but this is the best way to do it, is to make sure the personal projects is down to 1, okay, and make sure the threads you do for other people, do 2 or 3 depending on how many or how much resources you have in your computer. If you haven't got a very resourceful computer, you might just want to do 1 and 1. If you've got a powerful computer, you can play around with it. I usually keep it like 1 private, 1 for personal projects, and 3 for group projects. Why? Because if I do this, then it's using my IP less, especially at the beginning, and it's using other people's IPs to do the views, okay. So everybody, say for example, has squid proxies. If there's 25 people in a group with 10 squid proxies each, or 10 people with 25 squid proxies each, then you've got access to a pool of 250 proxies if you're using group projects. So if you minimize your personal projects, that is forcing other people with different IPs, different proxies, to do the views on your content, video or blog post, okay. That's why we do that. I suggest you do the same, and that way we kind of have a better system for everybody, where we are doing more views for other people than what we're doing for ourselves, ensuring that we're getting access to their IPs, to their proxies, and that way you're not doing most of the views yourself with your own proxies. Okay, so it's just an easy way to do it, and it sounds counterintuitive, but it's really not. Okay, it's really easy to do. So that's basically all you need to know about this. Now I'm waiting for the blog, the web browser to pop up, but it looks like it's not popping up right now. I'm going to have to do a separate video on that later, but all it does is it will show you the internal browser pop up. It will show you the search being done, etc., and you can see anything like pogo staking and all that kind of stuff when it's happening, and eventually clicking through to your content and doing the view. If it's in a blog, if you're doing blog browsing, then it's going to move up and down your page. It's going to click into other pages. You can do multi-page campaigns, so you can say like visit 4 pages on my site, spend an average of 8 minutes per session, which would give you an average of 2 minutes watch time per page. And that is basically where we want to be with the web page views, about 2-minute average. Okay, with the blog browsing, I would probably suggest that you do some delay in between, even if it's only a few minutes. Okay, with the blog browsing. With YouTube it doesn't seem to matter too much, but with the blog browsing I would be a little bit more conservative with that. Okay, so other things that we got in here, you can see we have a rank checker, and you can see it will check YouTube, Google Video, and Google Rank. Okay, so 3 search engines. Okay, Google Universal, Google Video, and also YouTube Rank. Okay, you can do that with multi-projects with this tool here. You can see this is only for one project. If you want to do multiple projects and keep it there, then you can do that. Okay, you can make it means you can just run it anytime in the future and just see where you are. Okay, so we've got multi-project in here. All you have to do is put your keywords, your video URL, and it will go and check that. Okay, so this is for not just for video. You can do it with in fact it is just for video, this one, I think. Yeah, okay, it is just for video. This will tell you your rankings in Google. I'm pretty sure if we put in here like a web page URL, it will show you the rankings, but only for Google Rank. I need to get it checked. I can't remember. It's been a while since I used that. What I suggest you could do as well is go over to AppSumo and have a look. They often have things like rank trackers at one-time cost, sometimes like $49. I don't know if there's any on there right now, but that's a good place to keep an eye out for like a lifetime license to a rank tracker. Okay, you'll be able to use that. I will get this checked whether we can use this for just normal web pages as well. If not, I will get it built in. Okay, we need that in there. And you just run it anytime. You just start checking your rankings anytime, as long as you keep them in the multi-project here, where you're not forced to go and change into another campaign. So that's why we built the multi, so you can keep them here within your interface. Okay, so that's all I need to cover for this. And Serpattack, as you can see the progress. You can see the IPs that's being used over here as well, and also you can see if this is a group project view or not. Okay, pretty simple stuff. You see the URL to search, the project type, and the project name. This is where we give the project name before. So I'm doing 3 views right now for other people with this. I'm not doing any views for myself. Probably that 5th view has actually started to run, so I'll need to cover that in a separate video later. Okay, so that's it for now.